Hello, it's John Heaton, and this afternoon it's a lovely sunny day here in Budapest, and I'm going to review an album which I've always associated with summer, which is this album from Paul Simon, 1973. There Goes Rhyming Simon. I didn't check which month of '73 this album came out, but I've always thought of it as a summer album. It's very uplifting. I think Paul Simon reached a peak in terms of melody on this album, and it's very optimistic in contrast to his first solo album, which was a little bit dark, lyrically anyway. So, great cover with pictures depicting the songs and the lyrics inside. It opens up with Kodachrome, which is just an all-time classic. One of Paul Simon's top 5 solo songs, in my opinion, and actually he did it really well with Garfunkel at Concert for Central Park in 1981. But as a solo track, it's just sublime. Musicianship on this album, familiar session names from the West Coast, I think. Or maybe New York, sorry. Barry Beckett, Roger Hawkins, David Hood, those kind of people. And Kodachrome is just brilliant, and the words are hilarious. And then the next track, Tenderness, is a gorgeous ballad with lovely backing vocals from the Dixie Hummingbird singers. Very moving track. And then the album continues in top form with Take Me to the Mardi Gras, which is another absolute gem. And again, the musicianship and the production is second to none, and the tune is one to die for. I know I say that a bit, but in this case it really is true. It's a wonderful tune, very amusing words and relaxing, and this really is a summer day song. Something So Right is next, which is a ballad, quite pleasant. I think it's a little bit too soppy for my taste, and the words and the strings are a little bit overbearing on this track. I think he did a slightly nicer version live in '74 with just acoustic. I think this version, as I say, is a bit heavy on the strings, but it's a pleasant enough song. Just not my favourite. Side 1 finishes with one man's ceiling is another man's floor, and just another great musicianship on this. Piano from Barry Beckett, great tune, amusing words, very jazzy feel, this one. And so side 1 finishes strongly, and then side 2 opens with American Tune, which again probably is in his top 5 solo songs, I would say. Brilliant tune. And in this case, I think the strings work. I think they really add a majesty to the soaring melody. And Del Newman provided the string arrangement and did a great job. And I prefer this version to any other version, live, with Garfunkel, whatever you want to name. This is the definitive version for me, this album version. American Tune, brilliant. Was a sunny day? Well, this is why I think of it as a sunny summer album. Was a sunny day, not a cloud was in the sky, not a negative word was heard from the people passing by. Was a sunny day, all the birdies in the trees, and the radio's singing song, all the favourite melodies. Very uplifting song, nice song to play if you're going for a drive in the country, or if you're just sitting at home in the garden. Brilliant. Learn How to Fall, another very affecting acoustic number, with some pretty philosophical lyrics, actually. You've got to drift in the breeze before you set your sails. It's an occupation where the wind prevails. Before you set your sails, drift in the breeze. I think breezy is a good word to describe this album. It's just full of warmth and top-rate melodies, and really sympathetic arrangements for all of the songs. St Judy's Comet is next, which is a song about his child, and it's pretty pleasant. Again, not my favourite on the album, but I would say this is a better ballad than Something So Right, in my opinion. Very personal song, love it. Which brings me to the last song on the album, Loves Me Like a Rock. I would say this is in my top, maybe not top 5, but top 10 Paul Simon songs of all time. I think it's brilliant. Again, brilliant backing vocals from the Dixie Hummingbird singers. Great melody, and this one's upbeat. You can dance to this one, a bit like Kodachrome. So, this is, probably joint top Paul Simon album for me, along with his first one. And I think his 70s work in general was superior to anything he did subsequently. And I'll get round to reviewing some of the Simon and Garfunkel ones a bit later. But if you haven't checked out Paul Simon, this is a very good place to start. Thanks for watching.